Hi everybody, this is Professor Rad, and today we're wrapping up Chapter 2E by doing a little theorem to help us understand whether our answers to division questions with decimals should end up being bigger or smaller than what we started with. So Theorem 4 says when you're dividing a number by another value, the result will always be larger than the number if you divide it by something between 0 and 1, and the result will always be smaller if you divide it by something bigger than 1. So for example, if I have 5 objects and I want to split those amongst 2 people, then each person's going to get less than 5 objects. But if I have 5 objects and I divide by 0.2, I'm going to end up with something bigger than 5, turns out. We'll see why when we get into fractions. But for right now, we're just going to use this theorem to help us determine whether each of these statements is true or false. So 25.61 divided by 3.001 is smaller than 25.61. To check that out, let's see our divisor, the number we divided by. So our divisor is 3 point something. That means our divisor is larger than 1, so our result will be smaller than what we started with. So this one's true. For the next one, we have the same number, 25.61, and we're going to divide by 0.3001. So this time our divisor, the number we're dividing by, is 0 point something. So that means it's between 0 and 1. So that means our result will be larger than the number we started with. So this should say it's larger than 25.61, not smaller. So this one is false. All right, and that's it basically for this video. I've got a few questions that you can try out on your own using that same theorem. So if you wanted to work these out, feel free to do so. In the next video, we're going to define a new operation. So we did addition, and then subtraction is undoing adding. Then we did multiplying, which is repeated adding. And then we did dividing, which is undoing multiplying. So in the next video, we're going to talk about what happens if you have repeated multiplying instead of repeated adding, and how would you undo such a thing? So I'm looking forward to seeing you then. In the meantime, I hope you have a magnificent day. Goodbye.